Hey people, it's Kelly at Print Pray Slay. I haven't done a video in my prayer journal in a while because I've been in so many other journals, but I did want to show you these two pieces, well, actually three pieces of art that my youngest daughter, Amira, made for me. So I decided to put them in my journal just because I thought they were so sweet. So this first one she had made in children's church, and it says, I praise you for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Now she left the Y off of fearfully, so it just say fearful and wonderfully made. But I know what she means. So it came along with this cute little mouse type character. And I just, as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this would be so cute in my journal. And I love the message that she has with her journaling. And I'm going to add it so that I can journal my prayers around it. So here's the little mousy doll thing that she made. And I just like the colors, and it just was so innocent. And I just love her little original art. I told her, I was like, oh, we can just start you a little Etsy shop so you can have all your little creations in there. So I'll let you guys know if that's something that she really does do this summer. But I just thought it was so cute. So I just like the rawness of the coloring and the fact that it came from my daughter, and I just thought it was really cute. The hearts go with it as well. This part right here, I had to ask her. I said, hey, do you mind me ripping this up? Because mommy's about to collage with it. Is it okay? And she was like, yeah, mom, it's fine. I said, okay, I just want to make sure because, it's your art and sometimes it's hard to see it all ripped up. I said, but I promise I'm going to use it in my journal. And so she said it was fine. So I was like, yay. So she let me use these pieces. So I was going to combine it with some scrapbook paper. Ultimately, it did not work out, but you'll see the process of me collecting the items that I thought I was going to use. Um, I do end up using a good little bit of these items, but I don't combine them with this particular spread. So there will be two spreads to this video. All of them using her original art, and then you won't see my journaling though, but that is the flow of it. That was her little hand, her telling me like what she thought should go with it. So she was with me for majority of the process, as far as like, because she wanted to see what I was doing, like cutting stuff out and pasting it and all of the jazz. She's really my little mini me when it comes to like crafting and journaling and things like that. And we even do our Bible studies together. She and I read with her just to make sure she's saying all her words right. So that's the book that we have that she reads for her reading for like practicing, because how old is Amira? Is in the fourth grade. Yeah, so she's in the fourth grade, so she's reading her little Bible. But this is when I realized, I was like, because it's the paper that she picked out, but I just didn't like, I thought it went good because it was dark against these brights, but I didn't want to add so much to it that I thought it was going to take away from her little pure art. So I left it alone, and decided that the paper, the pattern paper, scrapbook paper was going to go somewhere else at another time. Oh, I wish I would have saved that. I did use it. Okay. I was like, oh, I just saw me cut that off, and I was like, oh man, that looks so neat. Why did I cut it off? Um, so I told her to go grab my Posca pens. So that's those in the upper left corner. Then I realized all of the ones that I wanted were not in there because I packed a whole bunch of stuff to go with me to my parents' house last weekend because our washing machine broke and we had to wash and dry all of our clothes at my parents' house. I have a family of five with two dogs, and then we have our boarding business, which means we always have multiple other dogs. So I had a lot to wash. So I packed all my journaling stuff. And ultimately, I only was able to work on my digital items on my computer for Print Pray Slay, and just like a sneak peek into what I'm working on. I'm working on a summer prayer journal. So I decided to do that instead of journaling. But here you'll see that like I was making art marks, I'm making lines, I didn't have a Posca pen that was like a neon color because she has neon color in her art. So I used the neon green midliner. So I used that and made some checks and some slashes. I used the fuchsia one to make some circles, and I'm using a pink one to go around and make this pink outline of the pieces of coloring that she had. And I like the outline of it. The other one I did the one on the first page next to the little mouse. I did like I'd used the neon midliner. I just really like that. So that is like a little journaling spot that I'm going to use. I was figuring out what to do with her journaling, and I figured I just let it stand out by itself because I am going to possibly write all over this page. So that'll be a nice breakup of word, is to have like her original wording there. So I thought that was cute. What else am I doing here? I decided to not glue the mouse down all the way. I'm calling it a mouse. It could be a girl. It could be a bear. I don't know what it is, but it's cute. And it has a lot of teeth, but it's smiling. And I think it either has some gum or a big tongue in its mouth. But either way, I only put a little bit of the glue stick on the head of it so that you can see that it lifts off the page and that it's kind of like a three-dimensional type thing. This is kind of different for me, but you can see that like on the left page, it's like a gray and white border, and on the right page, it is a black and white border. So I used all of the happy notes from the gray journal. I took her little hearts and I made them into little balloons. I thought that was really cute that, her little mouse, her bear thingy is holding balloons that are hearts, and I thought that was really cute. I just was showing her, like, she was like, when you gonna like glue the legs down, and I told her what I just told you guys, which is I'm not gonna glue the legs down because I want them to be able to lean off the page. And I'm asking her, do you want me to make, like, I was gonna do the whole page as the coloring, and she was like, yeah, do that. But I thought that was gonna be overwhelming. So I decided to make a border around her note. Now her note says, from Amira to mommy. And then I opened it and it was like this little chibi kawaii type panda bear crying. And her note says, sorry, 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 sorry. And so this is her apology note. We had told her to do her laundry and she decided to play with her dolls. And so we talked to her about responsibilities and how, you guys want us to do what you ask us to do. And when we ask you to do something, you want to do what you want to do. Now, if mommy and daddy did what we wanted to do, a lot of things would be going wrong in the household. So when we ask you to do something, do it. So she wrote me a sorry note. And I thought that was so cute. So it says, from Amira to mom, sorry, 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 sorry. And then the little chibi kawaii panda bear is crying. And I thought it was so cute because she even did his eyes in a way in which you can see like the watering of the eyes, and then he has tears coming out his eyes. And I just thought that was so cute. So I'm probably going to journal about that moment in which, she's growing and learning responsibility and things like that. And, definitely say a prayer as she's, coming into her responsibility of being she's not being a young adult, but going into like being a cognitive young lady, fully aware of what she's supposed to do and not supposed to do. Sorry about the dogs barking. So now I'm like I glued a little piece of I like the pattern that she made, even though there's like, of course the coloring, but then there's also like this little pattern of little dots. So I wanted to make sure I had that on this page. I had it on the other page. And so I wanted to do some word fetty. And so it says, I will always, and of course the other part is love you, Amira. But I'm like trying to figure out how I want to do it. I do figure it out. I love how it turned out. And I asked her about it. I did almost mess up the words. When I end up gluing them down, I kind of put them in the wrong way. And then this one, I have my word art from the Wild Thoughts prayer journal, my faith journal that's on Amazon. There's some word art that goes with that that's in the shop as a printable, and one of them is called Forgiveness. And that's because to me, this page is about me, you know, forgiving her and admiring the fact that she apologized in written form, which, you know, people hardly do that anymore. She, of course, apologized in person, but um, she's a real thoughtful little kid. So I really thought that was really nice that she wrote me a little personal note saying, "I'm sorry, Mom, for disobeying you and not doing my laundry when I was supposed to." I thought it was so sweet. Um, and so I put the word Fetty at the bottom. I ended up tipping in the cards from the scrapbook paper pack. I did them as tip-ins. I don't know if I'm really going to write on the bottom, on the back of them or anything like that. But I didn't want to just make them flush. And I don't know if I might move them. Like as I start journaling and getting into the feel of everything, I might move them. Um, I only washi taped in her note because I didn't know if I might want to do something else with that also. Um, so it's a whole bunch of stuff that's on there kind of temporary, except for that big old piece of her coloring that's on the upper left page. Um, so this is how it kind of turns out. And I really, really liked it. I asked her, I called her back and I asked her, I said, "Hey, do you like how everything turned out?" And she was like, "Oh, Mom, it looks so nice." And it was just so nice to see her excited about everything coming into. So I hope you guys like it as well. And hopefully you can do the same thing with your kids' art. Hey, thanks for watching. Bye.